Address me a lesson with 4 letters. I thought you known better. I've been ducking the pandemic.
Now from the birthplace of the game itself, EA Sports so proud to join you from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Richardson to throw off play action. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Quick throw completed by Richardson.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Sentinels have struck first in this NFC title game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Now Murray.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Throwing now is Murray.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Derek Hall, he's the one that drops missing this go-around. That pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Murray going to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. He's to the 15. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Brian Thomas, 74 yards. And the Wizards are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Richardson looking to throw this. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Richardson on 4th down. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A give for Walker running right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Richardson off the play fake. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Again, Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Richardson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal from 28 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
A chance for Waddle on the return.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. From the 35, here's the 2nd down and 6. Here's Richardson to throw.
Looking middle, and that's complete. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And going right back to Walker. And he stopped immediately there. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Seminoles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote a word, Smokey and the Bandit, where they've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Murray now to throw.
This is taken in by McBride.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw is Murray. Now the ball comes loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Now Richardson.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
and Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the gun, it's Walker. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again with Walker. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Call that a gain of 11.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And we're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Going for it on 4th, here's Richardson.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Sentinels continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing again, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. To throw, it's Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the first carry here for their running back. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Play fake. Murray. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game, facing challenges stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Off play action. Richardson.
Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Richardson to throw off play action. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Forced out to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Here's Walker.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl. Walker once more. And this time he finally breaks through. It's a touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Waddle now to return it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
3rd and 6.
Richardson working from the gun. That is caught. He's got the first down and then some.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. 2nd and 10.
Here's Murray. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. It's a fumble, and this will be scooped up by the defense. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Again, it's Walker.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Escapes the defender.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Dancing to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.